after you know how to set the optimal level for each item in current asset, next step you need to know how to finance them. Let's start out from the short-term financing and know how to manage the short-term financing. Look at the balance sheet. The right-hand side of balance sheet is current liability. Now we need to manage the current liability. What is current liability? It's the liability that you need to return back or principal and interest in 1 year, right? So the firm use short-term financing rather than long-term because of the advantage. The advantage, number one, easier to get it. Number two, lower cost compared to long-term. And number three, match the needs for short-term asset like inventory rather than using long-term financing to finance inventory. If you're a restaurant, you're not going to issue bond, right? And get the money, get the proceed, and take the money to the fish market to buy fish for your restaurant. You better use what? Trade credit, right? Maybe you use short-term financing. So the money is not free, right? You borrow the money, whether or not it's short-term or long-term, you got to pay interest. Interest equals to what? Principal. The money that you borrow multiplied by rate. The rate is APR, right? Annual percentage rate. The unit is percent multiplied by time that you borrow, right? Example, if you borrow 10,000 at 8.5% for 9 months, what should be interest payment, right? Interest payment is 10,000 multiplied by rate, right? 8.5% make decimal multiplied by 9 months, it's T over by 4 years, right? So interest payment is $637.5. If we want to find rate instead of interest payment, which is dollar amount, we want to find APR, which is percentage, annual percentage rate. How do we find it? Just rearrange the equation. You will get APR, the rate, right, equals to interest payment divided by principal multiplied by 1 divided by time. Example, if you pay interest 637.5 on 10,000 principal for 9 months, what should be APR? Okay, substitute number into the equation, right? Interest divided by 10,000 multiplied by 1 divided by time. 9 months is 0.75 years, right? So APR will be 8.5%. What about APY, annual percentage yield, or EAR, right? The same thing. So it's similar to APR, right? APY, except that it's account for compound interest. Right, so we have the transformer APY equal to 1 plus 1, APY equals to 1 plus I is APR, right? APR divided by M is compounding period, power by M minus 1, right? So, example, what is APY or ER of 9% loan with monthly payment? So, M equal to 12, right? Monthly payment. Substitute number into the equation. APY equal to 1 plus APR, right? 9% divided by 12, power by 12 minus 1. So APY will be 9.38%, which is greater than 9%. Why? Monthly compounding. Now we will talk about current liability, right? Current liability is the debt obligation to be repaid in 1 year. We can divide into number one, unsecured current liability. You don't have to have any current asset backed as collateral like trade credit, unsecured bank loan, commercial paper, and also the right hand side is secured current liability. You have to make loan that's secured by specific asset like inventory or account receivable. Okay.